Moto of the day. The gate is packed, and Supermini 2 fires off. Last race of the year. Who's got it? Whoosh.
A lot of breath being held as our early leader. That
Kawasaki rider, number 18.
Landon Gordon grabbing the early lead in that one, and he had a pretty good, healthy shot across the finish, or the whole shot line there. As he heads into the 10 Commandments, he's still got a bit of a lead, but here comes the pressure already.
Yeah, Landon Gordon. I just saw Papani on the right-hand side of the screen. So Gordon in the hunt for this title. We have 4 kids that are eligible, it looks like, in terms of low points. So let's just see how this all shakes down as they work their way into Storyland. And already a new rider out front as Gordon has slipped back to third. He went from first to third. He's fighting for the number 2 spot. He gets back around Papani. There's Olaf as well. All the players in the house, Rodney, they are playing, messing up the furniture. Mom is going to be mad when they get home because they are rowdy right now.
Is that wood out front?
It might be. It might be a gas. It is red in color. Gordon has a slew of KTMs. He has Olaf and Papani on him. So Tiger Wood with a hole-in-one on his start. There's Papani. There's Olaf. We saw the slugfest between those 2 guys and everyone else this morning. So, of course, wouldn't have it any other way. There's Papani. Olaf tries something on the inside. Gordon is getting it from a pair of bookends there, KTMs. And all the while, Tiger Woods has pulled out. And, man, the foot comes off the peg for Gordon. This is a rowdy bunch right now. Watch him go.
I tell you, Tiger Woods getting some big break and breathing room here as these 3 will be battling for second place, I'm sure, for quite some time. Wood in for 1 lap complete.
Papani made the pass. He got around Olaf now, and he immediately goes after Gordon, who swings super wide.
Ooh.
Not sure what happened there.
Oh, if he can get by him fast, they got
a shot.
Yeah, 3.7 seconds separating them at the end of the first lap as we head into lap 2 around the mechanics area into whole shot forest now.
And that's Gordon on the green bike lifting the front wheel up, says, I don't even want to touch those bumps there. Here comes Olaf on the inside. He gets back around Papani. Papani says, not so quick, but he does. He makes it stick. So Gordon just letting these guys throw hands behind him. Goes into the 10 Commandments. Look at that. Little bobble there. Gordon almost off the track. Here comes Olaf on the inside. He scrubs. He makes the pass. Olaf goes 2 for 1. Boy, from 4th to 2nd now. Liam Olaf. Man, he is not pumped about that moto this morning. He was a rabid dog out there on the racetrack.
He ain't messing around.
Get one here. Tiger Woods with 3 1-1 scores. He's in control here. If Gordon's going to slip back a spot, the results are all crazy right now. I'm not even going to do the math. We'll check in here in a minute whenever Olaf is done with his charge. Probably a volunteer fireman back home just because. Even though his dad's a full-time fireman. Man, he about went down right then. I don't know how he just stayed up. Gravity was not his friend just then. He just left the gas wide open and it kind of pulled him out. He was about to swap over.
When in doubt, throttle out.
Throttle out. Now, Olaf is on the, good Lord, he hit that right-hander. Jeez, Liam Olaf is on the move, folks. He's in the middle part of the racetrack, and he is going after Tiger Woods. He's going to take a 9-iron right to the back of Tiger Woods here in just a minute. Short little putt. He was in the sand trap just then.
Is that your leader? And is that second place?
Absolutely. He's coming.
Wow. 3.7 seconds at the end of lap number 1 is what was over Landon Gordon.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Liam Olaf has moved up from 4th into 2nd and is now 2.3 seconds behind. A 1:57 lap time he just turned.
Just got to slow down to go fast if you are Olaf. Got to keep it up on 2 wheels. Look at him. He looked over to the right, checking out the pit board, hanging tough.
And think about where he was at a lap ago right here. And
he made 2 passes
and he has. And it's almost as if a switch flipped about right here in him, and he just went completely berserk and has been on a mad dash and terror toward Tiger Woods since then.
Yeah, Tiger Woods going to have company here. He is fast right there, too. I love that inside line. He is just shortening this racetrack. And a little bobble there, and he's right on top of him now. Tiger Woods in trouble now. The leaderboard might change as Woods comes under the attack of Olaf. Look at him.
Wow.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Man, he is hitting those lines about as hard and as solid as I've seen anyone. I mean, talk about faith in your machine and the track.
The risk reward for that line right there, he went so fast. He was either going to explode that berm or he's going to nail it. He is on the move. Liam Olaf putting on a clinic right now, trying to run down Tiger Woods. Up and over that big step up here into the sand trap as we follow along. The results just blocking the view there of the 43 of Tiger Woods. Olaf is right there on him. This is where Olaf just shines. Those deep ruts. He was money right here last time. If you remember this right-hander, he laid it right in there. Oh, he's not even sitting down in that turn.
Stood up.
Yes,
all the way
all
through.
Of that.
What do they call that? The rolling corner speed, I think they were talking about.
Sure
and
is.
Papani off the track.
Papani is off. He's down. He's having to restart the bike. So now that kind of changes how this title looks. Papani sitting fourth, looking outside in now. We'll see if Olaf makes that pass. It would change the championship in Olaf's favor. He would go ahead at, a little bit of a bobble there by Olaf. You know, they talked about it. Got to be calm, got to stay cool and collected here. Man, Olaf in the ruts is a magician right now.
All right,
seriously.
Do these guys look at the mechanics there? He was looking at something coming up.
He's done that every lap. He's looked to the hard right. You're absolutely right. His mechanic is way, way down in the mechanics area. He's the first one he's going to see, probably by design. Man, Tiger Woods. And all the while, Woods drops his lap time to a 1:58 as well.
Wow.
Here comes that different line here on the inside. Olaf loves shortening that racetrack. Comes in right behind Tiger Woods. Now watch him as this right-hander where he is just filthy through these turns here. And then the left-hander, this is where he did work last time.
Oh.
She's a beaut. Off into Storyland. Legs way up in the air to avoid how deep they are on the ruts, Rodney.
Man. Track really has the true definition here for this final moto. Good, solid lines. These riders are able to ride, and this is their time to shine. And what a time they're having for sure.
It is as rough as it gets, too. They saved it for these kids, Supermini 2, the last ones to take to the track. And this is another one of those turns where it's spectacular to watch those guys hit it. Olaf in and out clean. And all the while, Tiger Woods has matched him. He has stepped his game up, dropped his lap times.
Absolutely. 1.9 seconds is what separated those two.
I think he's opened it maybe a little bit back up.
Might be near, yeah. So we got
maintaining it.
Well, let's see. Gordon back in the number 3 spot, 5 seconds back. Nathan Abbott another 8 seconds back in 4th. Will Canniger back in the number 5 spot, another near 8 seconds back. Betts, Bass, I should say, Mortberg, Searles, and Fapani. Now, he did get going back in 10th place position.
So Olaf has to make this pass if he wants this championship. He has to get around Tiger Woods to get the point total down to where it needs to be to secure this championship. As it stands, 3-1-1 scores for 5 points for Woods. Olaf has 7 points. You give Olaf a point or take a point away from Olaf, give one to Wood, they'd be tied at 6. Tie goes to the winner, so Olaf has to make something happen here.
8 minutes and 20 seconds into this moto. It already feels like we're so much farther in, and we're just barely cresting the halfway point. And look at this.
He's back. He is back. He's got it down to 2 bike lengths, not even a half a second now into that left-hander. Woods cleans it. Olaf cleans it. They go back into story. A little bit of a bobble there coming out, though. He was struggled coming out of the left-hander. Olaf did. He got close, though. Looking to put some pressure on the number 43. I think you're going to get late in this moto. We got 11 minutes to go. That's when you're going to see somebody, the pressure's going to crack one of these 2 riders.
One of them's got to give, you'd think, it's at this level, this intensity.
Different line there for Olaf that go around. Back into the sand trap, the 43 of Tiger Woods, trying to keep that maniac behind him, Liam Olaf on that 32 machine.
You know, it's almost as if Olaf's composure has changed from that attack mode, trying to bridge that gap. Now he's been in a kind of a prey stalker mode the last lap and a half, 2 laps nearly.
Stay close, look for some sort of, and wow, Woods going for that big jump there. Olaf does not do that. Maybe he's just worried about the wheels, just blowing the wheels out. Look at the different lines there. Olaf made up some time there. It looked like they were going to cross paths there. Olaf is crafty out there looking for some lines. Pops was a former privateer. We are halfway home, so he is scouting out the lines. Olaf avoiding that big hole there. I like that. I've seen everybody go to the inside, just G'ing out after that step up over the tunnel jump. This guy's pointing at him. He's saying, go, man. He has to look over at his, that was his pit board. Oh, and Olaf saves it. He just about tossed it away. Get distracted by the flagger. Yes, he was pumped for that guy.
Did not let off the throttle.
Probably made up time almost into him.
Made the bike a little lighter, man.
It's one of my patented moves, almost flip over the bars. And the 43 of Wood trusting that line there, and I'm telling you, he makes up 3 bike lengths by doing whatever he is doing by cutting the inside line there, does Olaf.
Yeah, there's a couple turns he's doing that in, too. That, we saw it coming out of the Thor Polysport Beach sweeper turn here.
Olaf trying to stay close. Man, Wood is good out of that left-hander. He opens it right back up. So my thought is get as close as you can and save that pass for the 10 Commandments. I would get dangerously close. Don't try to push it anywhere else. You are so much faster. You can see it.
Yeah.
Put it together on that 10 Commandments entry turn.
One thing that could be maybe helpful, maybe not so much, we are starting to see them bridge some of that lap traffic now.
They are close here. This is about as close as Olaf has been at this point in the racetrack. 8 minutes remain. He is 1 bike length away. He's close enough. He can stay right there on the bumper. He would have a shot with him. He has a even more inside line than he does as well. Right there, he goes very inside. Kind of got that hook on the end, though, costing just a tad coming out. Look at it. He looks over the shoulder. He does not want to do that jump. He can do it. I think he's concerned maybe with blowing out that wheel. I'm sure him and his pops have talked about that. And this is one of those lines as well. Olaf's got 3 points on this racetrack where he can go inside and make something happen. That's the third part right there. But every time Tiger comes up with something and gets out of that turn a little cleaner, not quite as sharp for him, so he's able to keep more momentum coming out of that left-hander. But Olaf saving these things. He's got some tricks up his sleeves under those 7MX tightly fitting sleeves there. Coming out nice and clean. The flagger wants him. He goes, come on, man, go that way. Every time. All right, he is close, guys. I believe he is close enough to almost pull a pass off going into these 10 Commandments if he can keep it right here. Woo. If he can keep that motorcycle underneath him. Good Lord, think about stepped out on him. Olaf. You know Woods knows he's been doing this every time. Right there. Got a rider to split. He might have it. Oh, they're going to race it. He did it.
Wow.
I am so smart. Man, he made that happen. Good. Olaf on the inside just zaps Tiger Wood. Unbelievable.
Wow. And made it. And you said the 10 Commandments is the place to make it happen. Put yourself in position. That's exactly what he's done.
He was so close. And let's see if Wood has something for him. Olaf, this is for the championship. Winner take all. Mono e mono right here. What other cliches do you have, Rodney Tomlin? There's a bike running very rich in the background there somewhere. A very smoky bike. 2 packs a day for that bike. Look at that. There he is, a smoker right there. No smoking zone guy. Not an E-friendly motorcycle at all. There's that smoker. That looks like if Rodney Tomlin wore a motorcycle, ladies and gentlemen, that's what he would look like. This smoking motorcycle right here. Unbelievable lap there. And that is Rodney Tomlin literally smoking out on the racetrack. They can't smoke in the tower, so he just goes out there and has a little smoke break during the race.
Well, smoking right now as far as
speed up.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Jeez, Rodney's smoking out there with the riders.
Liam Alof as he wraps up lap number 7 now, in control of this one.
Just like that. And we're all tied up in points, 6 and 6 for Olaf and Wood. Tiebreaker goes to the Moto winner, the final Moto winner. And Olaf, is he going to hang on, keep it on 2 wheels, and win this? He looks over at the mechanic, and the flagger's now telling this guy to go. Pick a side, man. It's this guy.
I'm pumped. I feel like this Supermini class, 4 or 5 riders have given us the best on average racing all year. So I'm glad this is our final Moto. Yeah. 1 more showdown, winner take all. This time Alof and Wood. We've had Gordon in there. We've had Fapani in there. So I'm pumped that it ends like this.
As we hold this pose here.
I had to do it. We're going to do 1 more with our man Jackie. We're just taking a class photo here in the tower.
There we go.
This is good stuff. with Liam Alof trying to get it done. But
Tiger Woods right there.
Not backing off.
He is close. Got a lapped rider. Can Woods go around him? He's stuck behind. Oh, Olaf goes down. Olaf is down. Woods goes by, and there goes the championship, Jason Wygant.
Tiger Wood back in control. Singular Wood.
Well, no S.
No S. Singular
Wood.
Kitchen, singular Wood.
Olaf still trying to start that motorcycle. Is that him right here on the 32, or is that Fapani who's gotten by? Nope, that is Olaf. Unbelievable.
Man, he had it. He had battled to get into the lead one lap earlier. This is the thing about Alof. His speed has been amazing this year that he's jumped right up there with the big names, but we have seen some crashes. He's hanging it out. You got to respect that, but this could prove costly. Does he have time now with 2 to go to somehow magically reel Wood back in?
Where is Wood? There's Alof. I don't think so.
I'm thinking that may have been. Was it Wood that went down?
We have this wrong.
I think it was Wood that went down, guys.
I think it was Wood that went down.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I didn't want to step on your guys' toes, but I think that's Alof still out front. Wood was the one that went down. He was right behind him trying to get on the inside of him, and he went down.
Joe, that was Rodney Tomlin with the call, so Joe.
Absolutely not, Joe. You know better.
So it's Wood that goes down. I had them completely.
Alof in complete control. It's the way I saw it.
We knew it.
It's the way I saw it the whole time.
Totally under control there. I'm sorry, man. The white balance on this TV is. I'm dying up here picking up the numbers. It's so hard until they get in the shade.
Well, I've been relying upon you. I saw it a little different, but I didn't want to say. But anyway, let's keep an eye on it. Wanted to make sure. But yes, what a heartbreaker for Tiger Wood. Let's see. That put him 16 seconds behind Alof. He had a 20-plus second lead over Landon Gordon, your third-place ride. So that gave him an opportunity. He does still have about 8.5 seconds over Gordon right now. But, man, the wind's out of the sails for him. Nathan Abbott, another 17 seconds back. There is a good battle going on between Abbott and Betts right now for that fourth-place position as Fapani is trying to make up some ground from his earlier misfortune out there on the big monster sweeper. The Monster Mile.
Monster Mile. There is the 43. That is actually the 43 gas of Tiger Woods. Our apologies, Joe Alof. You can come punch me in the mouth. I deserve it. I thought that was him that goes down, but it was Wood. So Olaf going to get him one here. And he had his shot this morning. Got a little rowdy in this one. He's going to hang on here as the white flag is out, or it should be coming out. We're not ever sure if it's out. We think it is.
So my question is, we always talk about how great a privateer his father was. Will we talk about how great a factory rider that his son is?
Man, I mean, when you win the Super Mini class, you are a special individual for sure. So he's going to be tough on a big bike. And let's see if the checker flag flies. Nope, it is the white flag. I didn't mess that up. I thought we might have one more lap. The celebration lap now for the number 32. He's 16 seconds out front of Wood. Landon Gordon is third, and the championship squarely his now with 1-4-1 scores, all tied up with 6 points with Wood.
So just now over 18 minutes into this race, the victory lap, kind of, if you will. As you said, a lot of room to play with there, and you can see he feels the pressure has been relinquished. You can see that he's just feeling this one out, trying to take it on home. Take it back to California, and of course, more importantly, back to his mantle and his trophy case.
Absolutely. This one's going to feel good. He has virtually come out of nowhere. I've watched him by going to some of the races out in California, and he's progressed every time I've seen him. And, man, this is a huge jump in speed for Olaf. His dad would probably tell you different. He goes, man, I see this kid. We ride all the time. Speed is there. But when you don't see him for a few months, this is pretty impressive.
Well, a lot of heart, desire, determination. It all comes to fruition here for these youngsters. Each and every one of them working to get here.
Had to earn it, man. Had to earn it on this tough racetrack. Had to battle Tiger Wood. Had to battle Landon Gordon. Fapani goes down. He was in the hunt as well. So the Super Mini titles are going to be split today between Fapani and Olaf. Fapani gets one in the morning. Olaf gets one in the evening. See you back at the ranch next year. We'll square off again.
Well, definitely we said leading into this final moto, the Super Mini 2, we want to leave you wanting more. And I got to say, this final championship moto of 2022 has been one that is going to leave us wanting more as the youngster from California rounds the final turn here at the Amateur National Championship. One final drive, and checker flag belongs to Liam Aloff here at this 41st annual running of the Monster Energy AMA Amateur National Motocross Championships at Loretta Lynn's. Liam Aloff taking it to the top. Tiger Wood in second, Landon Gordon in third. Jeremy Papani should finish up in the number 4 spot with Gavin Betts in fifth. We're still waiting on the rest of the field to check in. A 25-second lead for the 32 machine when he headed into the final lap of racing there. Over the rest of the field, 32 seconds at the checkers for Tiger Wood, back into the number 2 spot now. Landon Gordon set to check in the number 3 spot to gain that Moto bronze. And already on the podium with his bike and ready for his celebrations, Liam Aloff, a national champion, your final one to be crowned here in 2022. Gordon does check in for Pawnee, Gavin Betts, Nathan Abbott in 6th, Will Canniger in 7th, Cade Johnson in 8th, Jaden Searles in 9th, Wyatt Bass in 10th place position. As far as the overall goes, again, Moto medals go gold, silver, and bronze to Aloff, Wood, and Gordon. As far as the overall is concerned, that's exactly the way they'll finish for the overall. Our top 5 riders, they get the top 5 overall positions. Will Canniger finishing 7th in that final moto will get 6th in the overall. Cade Johnson 7th overall. Nathan Abbott 8th. Jaden Searles 9th. And Wyatt Bass will be 10th overall whenever they head to the awards ceremony. But again, Aloff, Wood, and Gordon, the top 5 are the top 5, hands down. So pretty impressive consistency, even though you see a 1-4-1, a 3-1-2, a 4-2-3, a 2-3-4. Those guys staying very consistent in that top 4, top 5, and that's what you got to do. And 2 wins for the championship for Aloff there. We'll be heading down to the podium for one final podium speech. Guys, it's been a wonderful time. Thanks for everything. Appreciate it. And 25 years we wrap up here at the Dude Ranch. For myself, I think this marks for me my 20 from the first time that I got here. So it's been a golden one, no doubt about it. Thanks for everything. So party on, Wayne. We're heading down to the podium with Jason Wygant.
All right, thanks. I actually owe this whole shot award. My battery died on my mic. So going back to the previous class, let's have a Stasic whole shot award to Dane Pappas. Yep. How'd you pull that one?
I got a good jump, and I just held it wide.
That's it. Who do you want to thank, Dane?
I want to thank my mom and dad, CMYK, DBK, Pro Taper, Mika Metals, DT1 Filters, MX Clinic, and everybody else that I forgot. Thank you.
Dane Pappas with your Stasic hole shot. That goes back to our previous division. Thank you, Dane. I'm looking for 3rd place now in the Super Mini class that just wrapped. This would be Landon Gordon. Third place in a hole shot for Landon Gordon. There you go. Stasic hole shot award and a 3rd, Landon Gordon. Well, I know you want them all. Take me through that moto, how it ended up being a 3rd.
Yeah, I got off to a good start, and I got hot, and just my body wouldn't let me go anymore.
All right. Pushed it to the limits. Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank the Lord for keeping me safe, my whole family, Kawasaki, Team Green, Dunlop, Pro Circuit, Monster, 100%, Alpine Star, Ethica, Grindstone, Jacob Hayes, everybody else that's in my corner, thank you.
Let's hear it for him. Landon Gordon. third place. And it was an unbelievable winner-take-all battle. Somebody's got to win it. Somebody's got to finish second. In this case, second place is going to go to Tiger Wood. It came down to late crash. I'm sure he had one more charge in him. Maybe you'll see that next year. Let's hand out a silver to Tiger Wood. Well, those winner-take-all battles have got to be stressful. I'm sure you left it all out there on the racetrack. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I didn't quite go to plan, but honestly, it was such a good race. I got out to the lead, made a good pass on Landon. Was out there, I had it under control. Then, man, me and Lynn went at it for the championship. Unfortunately, he got around me. He's riding so good. And then he actually went down. I couldn't quite comprehend it quick enough and accidentally ran into him. Sorry about that. But, yeah, then I got stuck there for a bit. But, yeah, it was a super fun race. Man, it's hot out here. They did an awesome job on the track. Last moto was gnarly. Heat's hot. And, yeah, congrats to Liam for the championship. He rode great. So did Gordon and Trapani. It was fun battling with them and had a super fun weekend.
Yep. All right, who do you want to thank? That was great.
Man, I'd like to thank everybody in my corner. We put in heaps of hard work this last 6 months getting ready for this race. Yeah, Colleen, Little B, Big B, Jacob, everybody at MTF for all their hard work, prepping me to be here to fight for this championship. I got on the podium each moto, so I'm pumped about that. I've never done that before. But yeah, Max from TLD for this new sick gear, super breathable out here, and yeah, I appreciate all the TLD guys for that. Fatty Connection, the suspension was handling great out there. Gas and Lynx, FMF, the bike was fast. Got off to some great starts and done a lot for hooking up all around that whole track. 100% for keeping my vision clear. Alpine Stars for the sick boots, and Mum and Dad and my sisters for just everything that they've done for me. They've sacrificed a lot. We're obviously from Australia, so yeah, it's been a lot to get over here, and glad that we could contend for this championship. Didn't quite get it done this year, but we'll be back next year.
You know it. All right, let's hear it for Thomas Tiger Wood. And one more gold to hand out, one more #1 plate to hand out, and what a way to cap it, to have a winner-take-all one-on-one duel in the final moto of the week. Let's bring our new champion up, and I mean new, jumping into the scene this year, showing he can run with the established players and taking the title. Let's bring our champion up. I think the 6 Super Mini Motos were the best on-average battles. We saw 3-4 guys going at it. And this man comes out on top in the last moto. He had to win it, and he does win it. Liam Alof. So you blew our minds when you said this is only your second trip to Loretta's and you've won a Super Mini title?
Yeah, it feels good to win. I just put myself in an okay position, and I had to win, so I just tried my hardest and went out and won.
Take me through, there was a crash fest there at the end. I couldn't even figure out what was going on. Tell me about that.
Yeah, my foot was on the rear brake, and it kind of lifted, and as soon as I hit the rut, I stomped on it on accident and just tipped over. And then I got lucky enough, I was in kind of a blind spot, and Tiger hit me, and he crashed too, so I was lucky enough to stay in the lead. But yeah, it was an overall good race, got in the lead early, or halfway through, and then just put some laps in.
Unbelievable. Who do you want to thank for this?
Oh, I thank Mom, Dad, my whole family, Rides Unlimited, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, Dunlop, 7 Bell Scott, Pro Taper, Source, Monster, Lynx, FMF, Henson, Rhino Power, Motor X, Bell, DT1, VP, and everyone else. Thank you so much.
Great to have a new player on the scene in this Super Mini division with the title. Let's hand over the final AMA National Championship plate of the year from Super Mini. Let's hear it for Liam Alof.